Afraid my nice alloy tank somewhat a bit battered now after my crash in August at East Kirby. I ran out of the road, missed the finish line for various reasons, went down at 146 miles an hour. I was lucky to survive. Front fairing is rather bashed in as well. So some of the bits I can knock out. Other bits I'm going to have to cut out and replace. Handlebars were completely smashed off. There's the other one. I just fitted temporary tubes, handlebars in here, and brake lever so we could get it out of the van, which you saw earlier on. The other side is a bit battered as well, and the tank's not too bad up on this side of it. Tailpiece is well and truly goosed. We'll have to do something with that. Don't know if you can see that G meter clearly or not, but it shows positive G and negative G, and G when you're actually moving, but I never have time to look at it when I'm moving. And at the end of a run, the maximum and the minimum, or negative shall we say, G's needles stay put till you reset it. Well, I've not reset it since the crash. Now I normally pull about 1 to 2 G's positive, accelerating, but when it crashed and it went down, it registered almost 5 G's. That's that one there. So I've yet to reset it. That's jet fighter pilot G-forces that my body took. Amazing I'm still here. Not doing too bad for 78. Exhaust got a bit battered, it's come off the pipe, but luckily its extra bracket kept it on the bike. It didn't come off. End of the footrests have been ground away on both sides, so the bike obviously flipped over. It went down on its right side with me on it. Now where it was when they found it, I don't know. I was on a stretcher. I'm going to show you some graphic images, well they're not too graphic, cuts and bruises mainly, of my body shortly. So I'll put a warning on graphic images. All I've got to do now, when the weather warms up a bit, is get in here and start sorting it out. Then I can get on one day with that jet before I get too old. Bottom plastic fairings, both sides are badly damaged or scraped, so those will have to be replaced to get some second-hand ones. Main thing is to check the alignment on the frame, make sure nothing's twisted, forks, wheels, etc. before I run it again, obviously. Everybody, now I'm not going to show these graphic images on the video that I'm going to post on Facebook, because I think most of my Facebook friends have seen enough of my crash injuries, probably don't want to see any more, so I'm going to omit those from this video. The video I'm going to include them on is the video that I'm going to put on basically for my YouTube followers. I think there's over 1,000 of them, and many of them won't really know about the horrendous crash I had off my drag bike in August. So I shall post that just on the YouTube channel. I shan't publish it on the Facebook page. I ended up with a brief description with a broken shoulder blade, a broken collarbone, 5 broken ribs, some of them in 2 places, and a collapsed lung, and was flown from East Kirby, where the race was, to the Queen's Trauma Unit in Nottingham. I was in there 2 days. I was lucky really to survive it. I missed seeing the finish line for various reasons I'm not going to go into at this minute. I was still accelerating past the finish till I suddenly realised I was running out of runway, and the bike was timed at 146 miles an hour when it went down with me on it, and then we parted company. So lucky to escape with what I did. And now, as you can see, back to normal in a few months, and I think that's pretty good at 78 years of age. So I've just got to get past 1 or 2 bureaucrats that like to put brickbats in your way before I get back to racing this season, this coming season. We're now in the new year, so I've got those little problems to sort out, and of course I've got the bike to repair, and this has put me many months behind finishing off my jet racer build. So right, here's a few graphic images for my YouTube followers, not for the rest of you. I've got a few thanks to make. I've written a few names and things down to prompt me, but I'm working without a script. I'm not rehearsed what to say, so I'm thinking ahead before I speak. I'd like to thank the Straightliners paramedics team for the speed with which they got to me on the track, and they dealt with me. I was conscious at all times, so I can remember everything from start to finish. There was an ambulance that came out, must have been from a local hospital, but it would have been, I think, over an hour, hour and a half's drive from there to the Queen's Trauma Unit in Nottingham, and so they decided to call out the Links and Knots air ambulance. So I had a helicopter ride. I was looking at rivets mainly, because that's all I could see lying on my back, looking at the roof of the helicopter inside of it. So there wasn't much scenery to see, although I've been in a helicopter before. So many thanks to the Links and Knots Air Ambulance and their team. Also, of course, the Queen's Trauma Unit at Nottingham. All the doctors and the nurses there, I was dealt with very quickly. I went through a CT scanner. I was actually talking to the operators of the scanner while they were scanning me. So I was in a bit of pain. They did try some morphine I should say, so I told them to stop. I couldn't be doing without. I'd rather have the pain and the horrible stuff that was being pumped in, so I called a halt to that. And then I was quickly transferred, once they'd done all the initial tests, into a bed in a little side room or ward, curtained off, and I was there about half an hour. Ben Cullen, that was with me, had driven over in that time and came to see me. And then within half an hour I was transferred into a trauma ward, C30. And I'd like to thank all the nurses and the doctors there. Just thank you everybody for the very efficient way you dealt with me, and a special mention to Jenny, physiotherapist, occupational, I think, physiotherapist, who arranged for some follow-up visits for my local hospital when I got home, and special equipment to raise the back of the bed, because I couldn't lie flat. It was too painful on my broken shoulder. And I found out when I was in the hospital, if I raised the beds there, it was more comfortable, so she arranged to have some equipment delivered from a local company. So a great thank you to all. Can't think what there is more to say yet, but I'll probably think of something after I finish this little chat. I may add some more on it in a bit.